Over the past 24 hours, Bitcoin has absolutely tanked and has taken a lot of the rest of the crypto market with it. But today I want to share with you why you as an investor should not panic and what indicators and levels of support we currently have in place that show us we're actually still in an uptrend. Let's get into it. How's it going, guys? Ryan here and welcome back to another crypto video. And whilst today is all about technical analysis on Bitcoin, obviously I just want to discuss some of the key things that have gone on which may have caused a crash in the cryptocurrency. First and foremost, and obviously, the Ukraine war. This is a major issue, not only within the European region, but across the world from a global perspective. War brings instability, and as a result, markets, both stock markets, crypto markets, and other markets, all start to fluctuate pretty wildly, and they can go up and they can go down quite a bit. Secondly, China, they've put a ban in place, as we know, on crypto for the 1,000,000th time, and as a result, people are having to liquidate their holdings. And they're really clamping down on various provinces at the moment, where you can see that they are shutting down these mining operations. So realistically, of course, that is also going to drive the price down as well. Thirdly, people are concerned about interest rates, and that in itself are making people exit their investments because they are scared we are going to go into a recession overall, whether it be with the crypto market, the stock market, the real estate market, or any other market. People are scared at this point in time, and you can see that through looking at those fear and greed indexes. But today I want to share with you from a technical perspective why at this point in time you should not be worried about Bitcoin, let alone the rest of the crypto market as well. So let's jump into the computer today and get straight into it. Welcome into the Bitcoin chart, guys. If you'd like to buy Bitcoin or want some free Bitcoin, there are a couple of links down in the description of today's video. And I'm taking my chart from my previous analysis, and at that point in time our key point of support was sitting here at 42,680 roughly. Unfortunately, since that point in time it has failed. Now on face value this appears worrying, and of course when you see a massive candle like we saw on the 11th of April today, that is also worrying. But there are a few things I want to show you that should alleviate a few of those worries. First and foremost, we are still uptrending. And you can think, okay, what do you mean by that? Well, this is what I mean. We have an uptrending channel which has been bounced off on many occasions in the past. It's starting from end of January over here, and we have seen it bounced in February multiple times, March multiple times, and now likely what we're seeing right now is another bounce off this uptrending line. And as you can see, it certainly looks like that has occurred at this point in time. A bounce on the 11th, a bounce again today, a retest, and we are now moving at a value of $40,137. If this manages to hold up, we will of course immediately be going up to target. Firstly, our 50-day moving average might act as a bit of a resistance point, but I'm thinking our horizontal point of resistance over here at 42,085 is going to be a much more, I suppose, harder point to get through. But this in itself should give you confidence. We are certainly still moving in the right direction and we are still uptrending. When you should get worried is if this line fails, because that will mean we are not making higher lows as we have seen here on multiple occasions, and we start making, I suppose, lower lows, which is not ideal, and that is really going to be the definitive indicator that we are reversing in value. Secondly, we have a very low amount of Bitcoin being sold on this downtrend. As you can see, there is not much actually going on. If we zoom out just to put things in perspective, previous dumps, look at the volumes we were seeing there. That is the sort of time where as an investor you should start to panic. But since basically, well, let's reset the chart over here and get a bit of perspective. Since our massive dump we saw over here on the 4th of December, we have just been downtrending from a volume perspective. So all in all, we're not too worried about what's going on at the moment. If we saw something of this scale or this scale over here, then you start to get worried. That is when people are genuinely dumping their Bitcoin. Now, of course, we are still going down. It's natural. This is the type of correction you'd expect to see from anything healthy, whether it's a stock, any other asset. You need your ups. You also, though, more importantly, need your downs to balance out. But as long as we're maintaining this upwards trend, we are relatively safe at this point in time. And it's looking like, even as we sit here, we're continuing to move in an upwards direction. So the key for today's video, before we move on, is to keep an eye on this overall uptrend. If this fails, that's when we'll see those big dumps in value. Let's have a brief look at a few more indicators. First and foremost, the RSI. As you can see, we had hit the overbought mark. We hit 70.15. That means Bitcoin was due to start pulling back. And we have pulled back, and we dropped to a low point on the RSI of 35.27, which is very close to being oversold. We're now bouncing, sitting at 38.19, and have plenty of headroom to keep moving in that direction. This is another positive sign to show it's looking like we are now about to start moving back upwards again. MACD. Let's have a quick look at this one as well. You can see we obviously had our cross on the 5th of April, which caused two decently sized red candles to form, and our key horizontal point of support over here at 45,172 fail. And then we kept, continuing downwards, as you'd expect when you are starting to, consolidate. But now it's looking like hopefully we should start to see the peak, and this will taper off and we'll start moving in the right direction. On the MACD, as you all know, what we're looking for is the 12-day EMA, the blue line, to cross back above our 26-day EMA, the orange line. That will be a major indicator for a reversal. But for that to occur, we need to see this uptrending line, as I've mentioned, maintained. And it's looking like we certainly are going to see it. I'm expecting now that we've bounced off this point, you're going to start to see a bit of volume come in and people get excited because it looks like Bitcoin is bouncing, and it's because realistically it is bouncing when we put it in that sort of perspective. So overall, what is my price target for today's video? Well, quite simply, I want to see this upwards trend maintained. That is all I care about. I don't care if we shoot up and test, of course, 42,750, don't care. All I want to see is this line maintained. That is the critical thing right now. I don't expect us to shoot up like we have here in the green period, but I think we will start to see a bit more green quantity start to come in, a few more buyers coming in and sellers start to drop off. That wraps up our analysis for today, guys. I hope you did enjoy the video. Make sure you leave a thumbs up if you do, and I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments section below. Of course, if you want to see more of this sort of content, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification so you know every time a new video is out. I'll leave it there for today, guys. I hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you next time. Cheers.